you Gits! It's me, Wolfmouth Thrupamasha. I just came up with that on the fly. That was not planned at all. But we're going into war territory. Because I'm bigger and greener and meaner than all yous Gits. I can't really do the Cockney accent. It hurts my throat all that much. Alright. It ain't great for me. Anyway. Anyway, we're going to end into this video where we see which one of these are the most ORKY. And I feel like I know which ones are. Because I'm thinking of the Burner Boys. So, you get my feeling. Anyway. We're going to end this and see where exactly this goes. But, you know. We'll see just who is the most ORKY here. But yeah, there's something at the end of this. Okay, good to know. I do like learning to see who's the most ORKY around. But, yeah. Anyway. Ooh, this was 9 months ago, huh?
Hey, Gits. So, I was in a bit of a conundrum the other day.
Really?
After the last video where I talks about me predecessor, Nazgob fighting a bunch of scrawnies,
yeah?
With that YouTube scrawny-loving Git Mr. Pancakes No Works is.
Oh, they were playing tabletop. That's actually fun. I never gotten to play the Warhammer tabletop. It seems kind of fun, but the games feel like they could go on forever. Honestly. But I guess that's some of the charm of it. Either way.
Sure, what I should be doing for me next video. I mean, I got loads of ideas, but there were two things that I really wanted to talk about.
Yeah?
I just couldn't decide which of the two things I should go on with.
On?
I left it up to the new boys, knobs, and bosses that were channel members, and Daze was really keen on me doing yet another...
It's ORKY!
Specifically on these Umi kids they called the Team Fortress 2 Mercenaries.
Mercenaries.
Already I think I could get behind this.
Yeah?
I mean, Daze is mercenaries after all. Like, one of the best jobs you could possibly get. I mean, they get paid to fight.
Yeah.
I mean, orcs isn't fight for free, but to get paid?
And all that.
Making...
And all that teeth. It's kind of why the Bad Moons are the richest orcs around, because they grow the most teeth, which is still funny to me, because usually a boss will have a Bad Moons around just so he can punch his teeth out. Dear God.
5 teeth a day to go at it with another identical and every way version of myself. And for a Bad Moon like me, that sounds so good amazing.
Yeah.
But I don't want to get off track too much, so let me just try to focus on the Gits themselves. Firstly,
honestly, if I was an orc, just before we start this, I would say if I was an orc, I'd probably be a Bad Moons. Of all one. Like, who wouldn't want to be a Flash Gits? I'm dying. Anyway, let's move forward.
I got to say, it's kind of weird to see these Gits with these colors. I mean,
what do you mean?
We got an entire team of red boys and blue boys, eh?
But there ain't no green?
The red boys really ain't going much faster than the blue boys, and the blue boys seem to lose a lot more often than the red boys, so how could they be lucky?
Well, yeah, because it's the lucky color.
That, well, orcs got different beliefs about colors. You Umi Gits got your own perceptions of colors and what they do to Umis. Apparently, red Gits is more aggressive, while blue Gits is more technical, trying to do objectives and whatnot. But anyway, let's not get too psychological.
Psychological.
After all, there's so much more with crumping and talking that we could be talking about.
Yeah, crumping.
Now, after careful consideration, research, and refined study, I've come to the solid conclusion that these kids is absolutely ORKY.
Oh,
some of them more than others, but ours is absolutely gobsmacked at how ORKY all these little kids is.
Yeah.
You might be thinking, well, if I think that these boys is ORKY, then that's just because of the weapons that they got, eh?
No.
No. that's little Git thinking right there.
You need to
There's
be a
way
big...
more to being ORKY than your chopper or your...
You need big thinking with a big orc. You need to be a small orc. You need to be outsmarting all your orcs, even the war boss. Oh, I just did... For those that don't know, I usually talk like this whenever I'm playing the orcs in Dawn of War. I am apparently been banned by my friends because I have too much fun just, you know, playing as the orcs in Dawn of War. Listen, just because I love, you know, summoning the Squiggoth and having him rampage, is that really such a bad thing? Really? It's just me having a little fun with the orcs. They're not my favorite faction players, but they're very fun for me. It's all in the attitude. Yeah, that's true. I can see more than a few of them being very orky attitudes to have. Anyway.
Slugger. It's even more to do with
big thinking.
Mentality.
Yeah.
See, the stuff in your brain pad is what I really think makes a Git ORKY. But
Yeah.
let's start with this scrawny Git right here, Dometic. As implied, this little skinny Git seems like the least ORKY of the bunch, right? I mean, look at this lanky pinky. No muscle, no bulk, barely any organ teeth. But this Git right here is proper ORKY when it comes to being a painboy.
Yeah.
Now, if you know anything about ORKY painboys and pain
The
bosses,
painboys.
is that the health and safety of the boys is more like a Zogan suggestion than anything else.
Yeah. They will sometimes just force things on the boys. Like, I'm so happy in Rogue Trader that you can play as an orc because it's so goofy. The only time I've ever seen someone play as an orc though is when I was watching I don't remember who ran it, but it was called The Crew. It was just fun to watch all the orcs interact. Orcs are so funny. I love these guys, these green guys.
When a painboy sees a busted up regular boy, they don't see some Git that needs patching up. They sees an empty canvas of opportunity.
Yeah.
While a boy might be coming into a dog shack to get the arm stitched back up, the painboy would apply the proper ORKY anesthesia, like clubbing to the nose and knocking it out, and then immediately try to figure out how to improve the boy.
Oh yeah.
This usually ends up with the boy not getting their old arm back,
but a new
brand new
one.
an oversized power claw instead of an arm.
Yeah.
Now, look at what this Yumi Painboy does with that big and darker boy over there. Firstly, the noises that he's working on isn't even knocked out. They don't need it because they got that sparkly stitching up beam that keeps the darker boy alive. How does that sparkly stitching up beam work? No one's organ knows.
No one's
The painboy just thinks that it works, so it's organ
It
well
works.
works.
Yeah.
And all the painboy Yumi medic's got to do is just point this stitching up gun at any of the boys, and they gets patched right back up. Makes no sense for Yumis, right? But for an orc, yeah, it's a patching up beam.
Yeah.
Of course it's gonna patch up boys. It's in the organ name.
Yeah.
How
It's
ORKY
very
is
orky.
that? But we should just get started. See, it looks like this big darker boy's getting an upgrade to the ticket in their chest.
Yeah.
Plugging in some kind of govern to their arm, right? Now, why is the Yumi Painboy doing this? Because they got a new thing that they invented, and they just gonna use the darker boy to experiment on. And just like the Painboy experience...
The sad thing is, I don't think you can play as a mecha boy, which is honestly a type of orc that I would be. It's either a painboy or a mecha boy. Is the orc that I would be in most things, but yeah.
At first, the Zogan thing don't work. The darker boy's ticket explodes, so Dominic Painboy's gotta get another one from a,
Fridge.
Mega
baboon.
Whatever that thing is. And then the Zogan new transplant goblin thing works. And what's it do? It makes the Zogan darker boy bulletproof.
Yeah.
How does it do this? Why does it do this? Who Zogan knows, but it works and it's
I'm bulletproof.
Alright, remember that time in that comic thing where Dometic Painboy was able to bring all the other boys back to life after a scrap with some blood-sucking tin boys?
Yeah.
All they thought was, Well, the boys ran out of blood, and there was no internal damage or nothing, so they just tossed more blood back into them Gits.
Which is
and
insane.
It fucking well worked. The painboy said it would, and it does, and again, our ORKY is dead.
That's insane. I've never read these comics. Fable has, but I have never. Oh. I've never read this comic. I didn't expect this bit. What the hell? I don't know what else to say. This is kind of insane, though. Yeah.
Now, I could go on and on about this medic painboy. Like, not only do they use their doctor's tools as a proper chopper,
Yeah.
how just like the painboys, this medic boss uses early syringes as weapons. But I think he gets the picture. Plus, we got like 7 more boys we got to talk about, so let's
Yeah.
not waste any more time. Now, speaking of having a right mindset to be proper ORKY, let's talk about this here pyromaniac.
Yeah,
It's a
he
pyro.
fits.
Now, this here's a
He's gonna be a burner boy. Like we already knew this. I already talked about. He's a burner boy.
seems to be fueled, no pun intended, on exactly one Zogan thing. Setting every Zogan thing that they can find on fire.
Yeah.
A truly dedicated arsonist who experiences no greater joy than when something is blazing bright and hot. Now,
Yeah.
I want to ask myself something. How in Cork's best boss hat is that not the exact same way that a burner boy sees the Zogan world?
True.
Because again, it's more than just having a burner on your back. You got to have the mentality too. To quote the
Yeah.
big page of all the wiki know-whats,
The wiki know-whats.
burner boys and orc who
Burner
cannot
boys.
stop thinking about setting things on fire. They loves nothing more than burning other people's stuff, and the owners too if they can get to them.
Yeah.
These lunatics will set light to anything or anyone for the simple joy of
Yeah.
watching them, quote, do the Bernie dance.
Do the Bernie
So when I
dance.
think about that, and then I look back to this pyro board, there ain't no Zogan way that I can't see that these two Gits ain't one and the same.
Yeah.
Both these Gits got the exact same purpose of existence, and that's to set every Zogan thing they can find on fire.
Goddamn.
So, if this here pyro Git found their way to a mob of burner boys, I don't doubt for a moment that they would be right at home.
Oh yeah.
Next up, let's see here. Let's talk about that engineer boy.
Yeah.
Now, I think you Gits already got to the idea of what kind of boy this here Git
Yeah,
could
mecha
be,
boy.
And you'd be right. The engineer is absolutely a proper mech boy.
Yeah.
Honestly, probably a big mech if I was just being honest. I
Yeah.
mean, Morg's teeth. This Zogan makes some kind of machine that makes you immortal. Ain't you Zogan kidding me with that?
Yeah.
Not even the biggest Big Mac that I know can make, let alone explain how something like that would Zogan work. But really, I think this here kit is proper ORKY for 2 reasons most of all. And no, it ain't because this kit makes them dispensers and sentry guns. In all honesty, I think that makes them a bit less ORKY.
Really?
Come on. Dispensers provide more bullets and ammo and patches boys up. That's Grot's work and painboy work respectively.
Yeah.
And sentries? What proper orc is gonna want some Zogan machine to do all the darker? Shooting with a
I
shooter in
guess.
your hands is where the fun really is.
He's got a point there.
What makes this get ORKY, firstly, is the fact that they was the first Umi to discover teleporter technologies.
Ah.
Look, when you think about it, Orcs is the only Gits in the galaxy that really figured out how to make teleporting work.
Like every other race in the 40k universe uses like warp travel or travels through the webway. Orcs are the only ones that actually teleport as far as I remember, which is kind of insane. I mean, it's used on some of their speed, like some of the speed boys use it mostly, or the speed freaks use it to teleport, and sometimes they don't come back, but yeah. Terminators teleport, but it's a process. That is true. There is short-range teleporters for the Terminators, so I guess I'm wrong about that. But the Orcs seem to use teleportation a lot more than any other race, it seems.
Me still can't do it because they's got to travel through the warp, and Scrawnies can't do it neither because they got to go through that webway thingy.
Yeah?
I guess maybe the bony tin boys.
Oh,
can do it.
yeah. It's also... Yeah, they can also do it. It's also Necrons. Why did I forget about the Necrons? It happens sometimes. But yeah, the Necrons also do use quite a bit of teleportation when they just want to. The Green Boys are a better reliable form of teleportation. That's crazy to say that the Orcs have a reliable piece of tech. Because, Orc tech isn't known for reliability.
Can't really tell the difference between them getting smashed and their teleporting going on, so who's all getting those? The point is, Orcs is the best at teleporting that there is.
Yeah.
And this human get figured out how to do it the exact same way. Teleporter pads. And I want to say too that aside from the default boomstick that every Git in this game's got, when it comes to the mechboy engineer, all this Ogden Docker absolutely looks like they was made by a proper Orc mechboy.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this thing with all the wires and gubbins. Tell me that this talking gun ain't a proper custom blaster.
Yeah, it looks like
tusks, it. Even to get spanners is used for crumping. Even got teleporter tech in them too. But the big thing, the really big thing that makes this Git proper ORKY is their right hand. That gunslinger thingy.
Ah,
it is quite literally an Umi-sized power claw, and I ain't gonna hear nothing else about it.
Yeah, I can see it.
Look at this Hogan thing. You can't tell me a proper mechboy didn't design and build this thing. Not only that, but apparently this here power claw is insanely killy too. Once the engineer mechboy rips that starter cord in the hand, which that alone is proper Orc mechboy there.
Yeah, that
the
is.
claw starts spinning all crazy and can cut down a single Git in a single swing.
God damn.
I so wish I had a power claw that was that soggin killing. Next, let's talk about that sniper Umi.
Okay.
Because this Git seems like the least ORKY in a bunch aside from the painboy medic, right? But when you look a little bit closer, you can see some true ORKiness in this lanky Git. Now, you guys may be thinking that Orcs don't do no sniping, but you'd be talking dead wrong.
Yeah, there are some.
It's a rare thing to see for sure, but there are a few Orcs out there that, aim. Like the sniper boys found in most commando squads. All these kids is raw using scope big shooters. Even Orkent and Artifact of Days is far more accurate than any other Orc out there.
Yeah.
So, while you might be thinking it's un-ORKY, even the sniper boy is at least a little bit ORKY.
Oh yeah.
And that's where some people might end the comparison, but not me, not old Glitzdalker.
Glitzdalker.
There's one little detail that a lot of you Gits forget. The Team Fortress Sniper Boy is one of the only Gits to have a proper shooter. Yeah, it's a bit small, but a shooter is a shooter is a shooter.
Yeah,
and
I guess.
Kit's got one of the only
I'll
shooters
go with that.
with proper darker.
Darker.
All the other boys got darker that you really got to aim. So really, this just makes the Sniper Boy even more ORKY than the others. Save for one, but we'll get to that Git soon enough.
Oh yeah, we will.
Next, I think we need...
Honestly, he is definitely gonna be one of the most ORKY. We already know this, everyone. Let's be honest here. We know he's gonna be ORKY. Anyway, on to the next Git.
To talk about these two boys together, because I think a lot of you kids out there think that Days is gonna be the same kind of ORKY. The soldier and the demo man look like Days is the same kind of Orc boy, right? A tank buster.
Yeah.
Boys and knobs who specialize in blowing up trucks and tanks and...
I just love the silliness of the tank busters sometimes, because one of them is literally just a rocket on a stick used as a hammer to smack into a tank. And the fact that tank busters literally hunt tanks like they are actively hunting animals has always made me laugh. Because it's great. It's just great. I don't know how else to describe it. It's fun.
Big Ten boys, right? Well, maybe. Maybe. But, I mean, it's easy to see that Ace is both medic when it comes to exploding things.
Yeah.
I mean, just look at a soldier. This here gets primary method of personal transportation is rocket jumping.
Yeah.
Where you shoot a rocket at your feet and you use the propulsion to fly all over the place.
That's very ORKY.
Why didn't we so get think of that?
What?
Wait. That's wrong, we did.
He's gonna talk about these orcs. Alright, I see where he's going. I see where he's going. Alright.
But see, the thing with the soldier boy and the demo boy is that they launch around with stick bombs. not so much like a storm boy, because
Yeah,
storm boys
storm
is doing
boys.
a lot of proper flying. These boys is more like leaping. But either way, that's proper ORKY thinking right there, that is.
Yeah.
And really, out of all the TF2 boys, I don't think there's a single kid that loves a fight more than a soldier boy.
Yeah.
This kid's got nothing but smiles on their faces as soon as they get stuck in with their rockets. Plus, look at this organ thing and tell me it wasn't made by a daft mechboy.
Yeah.
Proper scrap-built rocket launcher.
Yeah.
Oh, and the demo boy. Oh, Zog, how can I forget that this kit uses a stick bomb of all things as a melee weapon?
Basically like a tank
It's
buster.
smaller in scale, but that's the exact same thinking as using an ORKY tank hammer.
Yeah,
Like,
tank
the exact
hammers.
same fucking thing. Now, most kids may stop there and think that that's as ORKY as that these two boys is Gits. These two is just tank busters and that's that. But no glitz talker. See, my brain is wrinkled enough to know that these two ain't just tank busters. See, the thing is that the soldier boy and the demo boy really ain't that much for crumping trucks and tanks, right? Days is mostly focused on boy-to-boy fighting rather than boy-to-wagon fighting. And that's when I realized these two kids, these is two kind of commando boys.
Oh.
In fact, when you really think about it, just about all these kids could be some kind of commando boy.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's basically the TF2. Like right there. Oh, these are all... Oh. These are all TF2 inspired orcs? That's amazing. I love it when the community makes stuff like that. I'm trying to see who's who. Okay, we got... Yeah, we... Sniper, pyro, soldier, medic, engineer. Yeah, him... Oh! The scout. God damn.
Firstly, the soldier ain't really a tank buster than they is a rocket commando boy.
Yeah.
Because while tank busters is good at crumping tanks, the rocket boy got this ability here that lets them reroll all their attacks when shooting.
Okay.
This represents the sheer size of explosions and splash damage that the rockets make, right?
Yeah.
Well, considering how much splash damage that the soldier boy relies on in this game to fight with, I mean, doesn't that definitely make them more of a rocket commando boy?
Yeah.
And then when it comes to the demo boy, what does that get like to do and do best in TF2?
Put
Blowing
bombs.
up buildings, right? Like sentries and dispensers and such.
Yeah.
Well, the all commandos got a boy that does exactly that.
Oh.
The breacher boy.
The breacher
Now,
boy.
the demo boy ain't got no breacher ram, but what that kit does have is all them sticky bombs that act like mines and that grenade launcher thing, right? Well, look at the back of the breacher boy. What
Dynamite.
do you see?
Boom.
Yeah, that's right. Mines and bombs. Just like what with the demo boy. And considering the breacher boys is all about plowing through buildings and structures and stuff,
Yeah.
I can't imagine that these two kits ain't one and the Zogan same.
Yeah.
Now, the next kit, the Spy Boy, well, their explanation is both easy yet complicated at the same time.
Okay.
Because at first I was like, okay, it's very obvious that this kit is a Blood Axe Commando, right? Like what with all the sneaking that this
yeah.
kit does. But
Yeah, he's a blood axe. Blood axe are the sneaky kind of orcs. I sometimes forget about that clan of orcs, but blood axes are still orky, even if they're more sneaky than other orcs. They're purple.
I'm the Blood Axe Commando is they? Because there's a lot of different commandos. See,
Uh-huh.
at first I thought, well, this kid loves knives and choppers and such, so maybe Days is a sticker commando boy.
Yeah.
The thing is, the sticker boys ain't got no docker. It's
Oh.
just choppers for days. Well, this boy's got a right proper slug at their side that they can crump easily any other boy with. Not to mention that the sticker boys is more like what that demo boy got with their big chopper. They just swing them big choppers all willy-nilly. While the Spore boy, they crump with their choppers and just one good swing right into Zogger's back. And that's when I realized the Spore boy is honestly just the perfect embodiment of the standard commando boy.
Oh.
See,
Okay.
commando boys, they got a chopper and a slugger.
Yeah.
Same as the Spore boy, but regular
purple.
commando boys are the ones
There are no
that...
such thing as purple orcs. Have you ever seen a purple orc? Exactly. Purple orcs don't exist. As far as I know, actually, they don't actually exist, but yeah.
is more likely to use camouflage as well as dressing up like whatever gets Daze's crumpet.
Really?
Like Iggy's and such. And I realised
they did
isn't
that?
exactly what the spy boy does in TF2, using their stealth time teller to hide as well as dressing up as other Gits on the enemy team. Like, it's well zogging weird that this lanky Git does such a good job at representing the commandos as a whole.
Yeah.
But by Gork's great grin doesn't really seem to work out that way. It's right weird.
Yeah.
Let's look at this scout boy, and really, this Git ain't so much a proper boy as they is a grot.
Yeah, that's what I
come
thought.
on. Daze is obviously shorter and lankier than the rest of the Merc boys. Not to mention that Daze got the least amount of health of any of the Merc boys too. But if there's one thing that a good grot knows how to do,
Run?
it's how to get the Zog out of dodge
Yeah.
when something dangerous is coming.
See, that's
and
what I
that's
thought
what the
we were
scout
going
grot does the absolute best. I mean, if nothing else, I think the scout grot is more like a commando grot than anything. Not only is the commando grot speedy and hard to kill, but Daze is also really good at getting around stuff. Like able to jump and climb to other places that other boys can't, right? But that's exactly what the scout grot does, ain't it? Jumping around, being infuriating to hit, because Daze is so small and weedy. Not to mention, the scout grot's got the same comparable talker. A grot-sized boomstick and grot blaster, really. But don't take that as an insult, because even a grot blaster can crump an enemy.
Grots can still be
and
dangerous.
just like the scout grot, Grot's is deadly not because of the size of their talker, but because of how small and weedy them little Gits is.
Yeah.
Although some of you Gits is gonna say that the scout grot is a speed freak, what with being speedy and
But he doesn't have the
questionable
car.
liquids to become even more speedy, just like how speed freaks drinks petrol, promethium, and other vroom juice.
I didn't realize that's what... I didn't know that about Speed Freaks, that they actually drink it. That they actually drink the freaking petrol and... Oh my god. I didn't know this. Oh, I wish I did. Oh my god. That's so... That's incredibly orky, but yeah.
Used to go fast, but this kid's just too scrawny to be proper orky.
Yeah.
Ain't tough enough neither. But now we comes to me favorite. The one Merc boy whose orkiness goes above and beyond.
Yeah.
And orkiness that is incomparable to any other human Git that I've ever seen thus far. I speak, of course, of the Heavy Talker Flash Kit.
Yeah.
First of all, the Heavy Talker Flash Kit is the absolute biggest of the Merc boys.
Oh,
so
yeah.
not only does that make them first place in terms of who's the most orky, but
Oh,
more
yeah.
than that, Flash Kits is knobs, and knobs is bigger than most other boys.
Yep, knobs.
That's why they lead mobs of boys. And considering the Heavy Talker Flash Kit is
makes
the
me go
face of
fast. Oh my God.
TF2, that makes this Git even more proper orky.
True.
But there's so much talking more than that. Not only is the Heavy Talker Flash Kit big, but they also sound more orky than any other of the Merc boy Gits.
Yeah.
Russian Tooth Fairy has come for all your teeth!
Yeah.
In fact, this is the only Merc boy that actually does war.
Yeah. He does.
And no, I don't talking well care at the fact that the Heavy Talker Flash Kit is pantomiming you me winching. To me, a war is a war, and
Yeah.
this Kit wars. Next, the Heavy Talker Flash Kit is the only Merc boy that fights with their fists.
Yeah.
The purest form of face-to-face crumper that there is.
Yeah.
I won't be a bad moon sport, but even I got to admit that when it comes to a proper scrap, there ain't nothing more primal and meaningful for an orc
Like a
than
snake
to punch
bites.
it right in the face. That's proper orky. But also speaking as a bad moon, I also got to say that the Heavy Talker Flash Kit is also the most bad moons you me alls ever did see. Want me to prove it?
Okay.
Just watch the Meet to Git video with this lad.
I am heavy weapons guy. And this is my weapon. She weighs
bad moon ever
150
here.
kilograms
I come for your
and fires
teeth, pretty much.
$200 custom tool cartridges at 10,000 rounds per minute. It costs $400,000 to fire this weapon
For 12 seconds.
Let's hear. And the conversion rates carry the 5.
Carry the
So, mate, that's a lot of teeth, that is.
That's a lot of teeth.
Just to clarify, not only does this Git use the biggest talker that the mechboys got, not only does their talker shoot the most bullets, the fastest of any of the mechboys, but it costs many teeths worth of Yumi currency just to shoot the Zogan thing for 12 seconds. That's the most Bad Moons things that I've ever seen from an Yumi. Big, shooty, expensive. That's Bad Moons to the Zogan core. But watch this end right here.
Some people think they can outsmart me. Maybe.
Maybe.
I've yet to meet one that can outsmart a bullet.
That's it. It's perfect. That's all I needed to Zogan here. Thinking? No, that's for little Gits and Umis. But this is the most pure Bad Moons way. Head empty, only talker. And it's so true. There ain't a Git out there in the galaxy that can outsmart talker.
Yeah.
Hey? What do you mean that ain't the only thing that makes the heavy talker flash Git ORKY? What does all else is then?
Oh. I didn't realize he had that costume.
That's it. That's all I need is all can see. The heavy talker flash Git wins. Ain't nothing in the galaxy's gonna be more ORKY than them when it comes to anything relating to Yumis.
Yeah.
But what do you Gits think? Is the Team Fortress 2 mechboys ORKY? Actually, no. I don't fucking well care. They is. And if you says that they ain't, yous is stupid. A proper shout out to all the boys, knobs, and bosses of the channel who's throwing their teeth at me to help keep this green
Throwing their
content
teeth at me.
going. And as always, you little runts, sub up and zog off.
And zog off.
Okay. Make 'em green.
Make him green. Yeah! Okay. Whoa to all the other flash Gits going around. I would honestly be a bad moonge. I don't think I'd be a very good guff. And I sure as hell wouldn't be a snake bite. Or blood axe. Way too stealthy for me. Because the thing is, within stealth games, I honestly, there are points where I just get angry and start shooting everyone, and then since there's no one left to catch me, I'm completely fine. You know, that's how it goes, right? Anyway. If you guys like what I'm doing here, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out a lot, and I'd love to watch more videos for this for you guys. Anyway, thank you all so much. And I'll see you all later. Bye-bye. And make sure to take care of yourselves. Throw some teeth at my boy. Maybe. Only if you want to. That's up to you, honestly. You can go over to Patreon and give me $1 so that I can keep living. But that's up to you over there. Anyway, later, guys.